is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Whoever told you that you can climb a mountain or Mount Everest, whatever they be the mountain, without resting, without breathing fast, whoever told you that, the person that told you that, you should be able to kick that person out from your surroundings, because that person is not an influence of positivity, but that person is an influence of negativity. One thing you should know today is that failure is not the opposite of success, but it's part of success. Wait, Hilda, failure is fuel to growth? Like, does it mean that if I don't fail, it will be difficult for me to grow? Does it mean that if I don't overcome challenges, it will be difficult for me to encourage someone? Wait. Does it mean that if, oh my God, wait, it's not that I'm understanding that, oh Jesus. Hey amazing family, you're welcome to another video where we'll pick up from our setback, from our mistakes and errors, and we'll prepare for the new year 2025. You are coming across this beautiful face for the first time. You are warmly welcome to my 10 subscribers. I love you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking with us. And if you are seeing this face for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like this video, and go back to the other videos and watch, so you will have an insight of everything. You have the foundation of what you should know before you engage in this video. We are already spoken a lot about setbacks and how to prepare for the new year. So if you haven't watched any of those videos, I'll put on you to rapidly go and watch each and every one of them, so that we'll be on the same pace. And today I've come with another interesting topic that has once beaten me, but I've grown from it. Okay, so today I've come to talk about failure, overcoming fears of failure. Overcoming fears of failure. I just come to tell you today that failure is not the opposite of success, but it's part and parcel of success. Let me start by sharing this story of my life when I was still a very little girl. If you're part of this channel, you will know that I grew up in a very big family with a lot of people in it. So when we were young, we had a lot of elderly ones that were monitoring us and ensuring that we did what was right. And one aspect of our lives that really pained me enough was the educational level that we had. Like, if you fail an exam, or if you are going to receive your report card, especially in primary school, because I experienced this, but in primary school, each time we went to collect our report cards, we were always afraid, we were always scared, because we know that if you fail, you are going to be punished for it. And it's not like it's one person that's going to punish you. If there are 15 children, all those 14 children, excluding you, are going to punish you. When I say 14, I say 14. Be it your age, your size, how old you are. My younger brother was 3 years or 4 years old when I was in class 6 or class 5 or class 4, like that. And each time we went to school, because I was a play girl, like I was a play girl in my primary school, and each time I failed, I would stay in school and I would cry, because I know what awaits me at home. And my uncle was so intentional that, in fact, throughout the academic year, you hardly see him. But when it's the end of the academic year, like towards this Christmas period like this, or during a second term, closing of second term and third term, he never misses reunion day of the family. He's always present to ensure that everyone that succeeded receives a reward, and everyone that failed, you are rest assured. Everybody is going to whip you. And when many were around 18 or 17 of us. So imagine 18 people, no 17, excluding you, that failed, whipping you because you had failed an exam. And this fear of being beaten by many people really caught me in such a way that each time we go to school and a paper was given to us and we failed, we are going to stay in school until everybody has gone back. before we think of returning home. And even when we are decided that we are returning home, we will take time on the road, we will play, we will jump. Not for instance, that kid is waiting for us in the house, and then we will come back late, like late because of fear. And then now they're not only going to beat you because you failed, they will beat you because you not only failed, you remained in school. Instead of coming back to the house, you remained in school, you played on the road, and you came back late. So that is 3 additional punishment that are given to you. And you see what fear caused. But if I was not afraid, I would have just come home and then just receive my canes for failing, right? But because of the fear that grew in me or grew in us, because I'm not the only one, even my sisters and brothers went through all those phases, grew in us, we had to receive multiple canes, multiple punishment because of fear. And that is why in this video today I've come to tell you that failure is not the opposite of success, but it's part of success. Why? Because it's now that I'm realizing that each time I was punished, I tried by all means to improve in my exams or in the tests that we usually wrote. And I remember the last time they whipped me, I cried my life out. I think that was in class 6, and that was in class 5, and I was in class 6. I was supposed to write the first school common entrance, the first school living certificate, and I cried my life out. And I ensured that I did not write that test twice in my life. And that is how I work hard with a lot of stress that I put myself in. I work hard and I made it. This video of today is coming to encourage you that yes, failure is natural. Everybody do fail one step of their lives, right? Everyone do fail one step of their life, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a crime. All what you have to do is just embrace that failure, learn, receive your corrections from it, and you move on. And that is why this video is all about overcoming fear of failure. I've spoken. Let's get deep into the reason why we are here today. You might want to know why some people in life are at times really afraid of failure. Because I would say the first thing is because of judgment from others. Judgment from others. Because when I was in school, those that usually came out first, they never associated themselves with those that failed. And that is one thing that has been corrected in the primary school. I don't know if it has been corrected till now, but in those days we had two columns in the class. One column was for the failures, and one column was for those succeeding. And it was so stressful because there's no way you could interact with those who were the first of the class. So how do you expect me to pass? So one thing that makes people to be afraid of failure is because of the judgment they're going to receive from others. That is why I always say that never base your life on what people will tell you. Because if you want to base your life on what people will tell you, my sister, my brother, you will never succeed in this life. Because what you do that is good, person A will tell you that is good, person B will tell you that is bad. What you do that is bad, person C will tell you that is bad, person D will tell you that is bad, person E will tell you that is good. So everybody have their own perspective, and that is why you should focus on yourself. What do you have to say? What do you have to tell yourself concerning that situation, concerning that failure? Don't base your mind, don't base your growth on what people have to say. Because if you base your growth on what people have to say, you are never going to succeed. Failure will always crumble you, failure will always swallow you up, and of course, you will always be afraid to take the risks. The next reason why fear of failure can hold you back is because you are going to lose trust and confidence in you. You are so going to doubt every aspect of your life, like every decision in your life, you are going to doubt it. I remember when I was writing that first school living certificate exam, I wasn't confident on myself. Like if they could give me back my paper, my script, you would have seen the way I wrote and cancel, what was right, I wrote and cancel, what was wrong, I wrote and cancel. Like, I was not self-confident, and I doubted every little answer I gave. So fear of failure causes people to doubt their potentials, causes people to doubt their abilities, causes people to doubt what they can do, their capabilities, and which is not good. Again, it will not permit you to take risks of life. Life is risks, guys. If you cannot take risks of life, then there's no way you are going to advance. There's definitely no way you are going to advance. So this video, by the end of this video, you should be able to overcome failure. You should be able to tell yourself that failure is not the opposite of success, but it's part and parcel of success. Because if, again, I say, if you are climbing a hill, there is no way you will climb a hill without you breathing fast. You breathing fast ensures or proves to you that you are eventually walking. And if you climb a hill without breathing fast, without reducing your movement, or without slowing down your movement, or without resting, it means that you should be a spirit that they have to do experiment on you, because I don't see how you climb a hill without you doing these three things. Without you, that is why that is what makes the journey interesting. Because when you fail, you pick up from your crumbs, you pick up your lessons, you encourage yourself, you improve on what you made that was not correct, and that is how you grow. That is how you grow, guys. Please, let's not limit ourselves because we failed one instant, because we failed in one test, because we failed in, like, when I see people that commit suicide because they failed public exam, like, are you serious? If it was that the solution to failure was people committing suicide, how many people would have been existing on this earth? Or if it was that committing suicide is the best solution to failure, like, who is going to take risks in this life? Who is going to take risks to do things that the person has never done before? Please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Fear of failure is fear of risks. It's fear of progress. Because progress equally is something, let me say, it was your first time to get into school, and it was your first time to succeed. How do you experience that success? How do you really experience that success, or how do you feel that success? If you did not write the first time, I don't know how to explain it, but me, when I failed, when I got my ordinary level and results came out, and my name did not come out, I've already shared this story in this channel. There was this pain, like I could not breathe, my chest was heavy, was burning, like it looks like the oxygen in me was being suppressed by something. And later on, when I went to school and I got my transcript and I saw that I had passed, I saw another aspect of progress, of growth, of joy. It was not like it's only failure that has an experience, but success equally has an experience. And if I did not fail, I wouldn't have been able to understand how failure means, or how failure can do to somebody, and how succeeding is something that you can do to somebody. So you have to, each time you fail, each time you do something that's not good, be proud of yourself. Embrace the imperfection. Nobody is perfect. Embrace the imperfection, because it's from that failure that you'll be able to know how to improve yourself. You'll be able to know how to console someone that has failed, how to encourage someone that is passing through that same situation. Because I trust you, if I meet somebody that fails an exam today, or in fact I'll turn a motivational speaker, because I will know what to tell that person, and it's going to be based on the fact that I had once been in that situation. The next reason why fear of failure holds you back is because you have based your life on your past experiences. You have based your life on your past failures. You have based your life on your past things that you did that was not correct. Or was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I was watching a message by Michael Todd, and it was here is holy, no boundaries, like know your boundaries. And he was saying that when we look at the story of Moses in the burning bush, one of the things that made Moses to tell God that no, he could not do the assignment, he could not undergo the assignment that God was assigning him to do, was because he had based his life on the fact that he could not speak eloquently, he could not speak well. We all know, if you're a Bible scholar, you know that Moses was a stammerer. And because he already had that perspective, he already had that mindset that he could not advance because of his past experiences, because of his weaknesses, he could not succeed. That is why God himself had to calm down and push Moses to let Moses know that he is God. He is the one that creates the mouth of Moses. He's the one who creates our mouth. He's the one who enables us to speak and talk and breathe on a daily basis. So he is the one who created us. So if Moses cannot speak, isn't God that created Moses that will enable Moses to speak? So why should you base your life on? It's an interesting sermon, guys. It's an interesting sermon. Please go and watch it. Here is Holy by Michael Todd, titled Know Your Limitations. Know Your Limitations. And it's very, very interesting. So when you focus your life on your past experiences, there's no way you're going to go forward. There's no way you're going to improve or progress in whatever you're doing. Don't base your life on your past experiences. It's going to damage your future. It's going to damage your goals. It's going to damage your potentials. It's going to damage your reason of existence. Okay? The next reason why fear of failure holds people back is because of perfectionism and high expectations. Nobody is perfect. Can we just accept that foundation? Can we just accept that nobody is perfect? And it makes me again to remember another sermon, guys. If you know me, I'm a sermon girl. It makes me to reflect another sermon that was taught by Pastor Enoch, and he was saying that one of the reasons why women hardly get married is because of the high expectations they have put on themselves. They think that they are so high, they are so rich, they are so full of confidence, or I don't know what your high expectation is, but there are those high expectations that will limit them from getting married early. And when you come to think of it, when you put something so high above, when you want to collect that thing, it's either you take a chair, it's either you jump. So why do you put those high expectations that you are still going to struggle to attain or to take or to collect that thing? Why do you put it that far that will stress you when you want to use it? Why don't you just put it beside you? Why don't you just put it here? Or why don't you just put it just somewhere that is easily reachable? Perfectionism and high expectation is going to hold you back, and because it will hold you back, you will not be able to achieve what you want to do. Trust me, fear of failure is going to finish you. It's going to finish you. Please, let's work on this. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Tell yourself that you are becoming perfect. Even the Bible tells us that we are all striving to perfection. Nobody is perfect. Even those that are earning millions today, even those that are earning thousands, even those that have obtained their goals, they pass through failures. They pass through little things that were tough to them. And where they are today is because they did not sleep where they failed. It's because they did not put their expectations high. It's because they did not say that if I don't become perfect in this domain, then I will not progress. No, they took life as it came. They took life one step at a time. Even the Bible says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. So I'm telling you, don't worry about your future. Don't worry about that situation. Don't worry that the risk you are going to take is going to make you to fail. When you fail, you pick up. When you fail, you wake up and you prepare on how you can achieve a better progress, a better result, instead of sitting in that spot. Now, why is failure essential for success? Yes, failure is very, very essential for success. I say it again, failure is very, very essential for success. The first reason why I have here that makes failure essential to success is because it teaches us valuable lessons. As I said again, if I encounter anyone that writes a public exam and the person fails, I will be qualified enough to encourage that person. I will be qualified enough to make that person understand that failure is not the end of life. Make that person understand that failure is not the opposite of success. Make that person to understand that when you fail, it does not mean that you cannot prosper. Because I've been through that stage, because I know what it means when somebody fails, especially a public exam. Remember, imagine you that, because here in Cameroon, most African parents like shaving their children, shaving their girl children. And the only reason why you can plait your hair is when you are in the university. So imagine you in high school, that you are preparing to write your final year exam, knowing that it's your last time writing such an exam, and it will give you better opportunities to a phone, to wearing dresses to school, not longer uniforms, to plaiting any type of hairstyle to school, not just all back. And then you write and you feel like it is so painful. So I will be able to know how to encourage that person, the right words to use to tell that person that, okay, failure is not the end. What I wrote here is, failure helps identify what doesn't work, guiding you closer to what does. As I said, the fact that you failed in an exam does not mean that you cannot succeed in the business. No, I say no. So failure helps you to identify what actually makes you to fail and helps you to go closer to what you can do better. Remember, every failure attempt teaches you something. If you fail in anything and you don't receive a lesson from that failure, you should question yourself over and over. In fact, have a reflection on that situation. You must ask yourself, what went wrong? What was I unable to do? What was I supposed to do that I did not do? Every failure in life comes with a lesson. The next thing I have here is that failure builds resilience. Overcoming failure strengthens your ability to handle situations. Like, as I said, if I meet anyone today that failed in their lives, I'll be able to better encourage that person. Why? Because I have gone through that stage and I have the ability, I have the right words to tell that person. So when you fail, don't be discouraged. The next thing I have here is an interesting point that I just saw when I was scripting this, and I'm planning I must explore this point. Failure is a foil to growth. Failure is a foil to growth. Like, when there is no foil in a car, can that car move? When there is no foil in a bicycle, when there's no foil in a bike, can that bike move? When you don't have gas in your house, can you be able to cook on your gas cooker? So why do you think that you can succeed without failure? Or why do you think that you can grow without failure, knowing full well that failure is foil to growth? Wow. Like, when I was scripting this thing, I did not understand this point this way. It's not that I'm explaining that I'm understanding it. Wow. Like, really? Really? Wait, Hilda, failure is foil to growth? Like, does it mean that if I don't fail, it will be difficult for me to grow? Does it mean that if I don't overcome challenges, it will be difficult for me to encourage someone? Wait. Does it mean that if, oh my God, wait, it's not that I'm understanding that. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for wisdom, Lord. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. It's not that I'm understanding that when I was not posting on YouTube, I did not know how important it was. But immediately I began posting on YouTube, like the period of my evaluation, right? I told you guys that I was out of YouTube like for 3 months or 2 months, and I was not posting during that period. When I wasn't posting during that period, I did not see how important it was to me. But when I began posting on YouTube frequently, I obtained more views, I obtained more subscribers, and my watch hour increases. So it means that if I did not pass through that phase of negligence, it means that I won't be able to know and identify that posting regularly on YouTube enables me to grow. Yes, like I'm speaking and I'm learning. Wow. So guys, as I'm learning this, please, I hope it's equally enabling you to learn. Like, I've never, when I was writing this script, I did not see this point this way. I did not really see this point this way. Like, failure is a foil to growth. Wow. Like, I can just end this video here. Like, any other thing I have to say, let me just keep it for myself. But I'm so amazed, I'm so shocked that failure is a foil to growth. It's getting me so emotional, guys. Like, every failure I've experienced in my life, so it was energy I was giving myself for me to walk. Wow. Jesus. Like, guys, I'm so touched with this point. Failure pushes you out of your comfort zone and encourages innovation. Failure pushes you out of your comfort zone. Oh my God. Like, let me just give another story. It looks like I'm going to end at this point. Like, this point is just consuming me a lot. If you're part of this channel, you know that I don't like going out, but eventually when I take the engagement to go out, it gives me, when I come back and I don't do it consistently, I begin to drop, I begin to discourage myself. So when I refuse to leave my comfort zone, to leave my home, to go out, my God, failure pushes you out of your comfort zone. And every time I go to a new place, that because one of the fears that I have in me is going to a place that I've never known, I've never been before. Like, how do I begin to ask, where is this place, where is this place, where is this place? Knowing full well that I'm going to receive judgment from others. You see where fear of failure limits me, because I know that each time I ask, please, how can I locate this area, people are going to judge me, that how can I be this old in Yaoundé, how can I be this old of age and I don't know this particular place. And because I have that mindset of being judged, I begin to limit myself. And that is how I don't do what I want to do, because when I eventually go out, it's always, every time I've decided decided to go out, to leave my comfort zone and go out, it has always been an amazing experience, an amazing experience. And that is why I just want to use the opportunity to thank everyone that has pushed me to leave my comfort zone and go out. Like, thank you very much. Thank you, because I'm seeing it from another perspective, that failure is forward to growth. Meaning that if I decide to stay in my house, if I decide to stay in my comfort zone, there is no way I'm going to grow. There's no way I'm going to get to know other people. There's no way I'm going to experience better things. There's no way I'm going to have a better experience of life. There's no way I'm going to explore my environment. There's no way I'm going to meet or have quality time with my friends. Oh my God. Many people, do you know that many great people failed several times before they succeeded? Like, there is no success, there is no good without failure. In fact, I'm feeling as to conclude here. There is no success without failure. Wow. There is no success without failure. So you have to put a question mark in your life if you don't fail in some aspect of your life. I'm not saying that you have to fail intentionally. I'm not saying that you should be lazy in things that you know that you can overcome, in things that you know that you can obtain in one day, in 1 month. No. When the storms of life comes and it pulls you down, it enables you to grow. It enables you to see success at the other aspect, at the other phase, or at the other part of life. So you should put a question mark on your life if you are not passing through tough moments, or if you are not failing in your life. Like, wow, thank you, Holy Spirit. Oh my God, like, this is my best video in this setback and preparing for the new year. This is my best video. Okay, let's move forward. The next reason why failure is an essential point to success is because it's a universal experience. Like, as I was saying, you have to put a question mark in your life if you are not failing in any aspect of your life. Like, are you a robot? Are you a machine? Even machines do. Like, what are you saying? Even machines get bad when they are overused. So, like, which type of being are you? Are you a spirit? Oh, because I know that even spirits, when they are not efficient, like, their masters begin to torment them. Yes, I watched a movie like that. Even spirits are passing through a lot. Even spirits do pass through a lot, guys. So if you are not passing through difficult moments in your life, then a big question mark should be upon yourself. Should be upon your reason of existence. Like, are you sure you are really existing? Are you sure you are really a human being? Like, a lot of questions should be asked. You should ask yourself a lot of questions. Okay. Now, how can you overcome fear of failure? I'm just going to rapidly go because I think we have already dwelled a lot in this video. How can you overcome fear of failure? The first thing you have to do is to change your perspective, change your mindset. Tell yourself that the first thing you have to start by doing is filling your soul, your spirit, your body with a perspective of failure being part of success. Failure being a fuel to growth. Failure being a fuel to success. I think that one is sufficient enough. The next reason, the next thing you can do to overcome fear of failure is reframe failure. Reframe failure. Instead of thinking you failed, think that you learned something. Reframe your failure. Instead of saying, oh, I can no longer do this thing. Like yesterday I was shooting a video for our institution, and the videographer was like, because at a certain point I was so tired, and I was just telling myself that I cannot what he was doing, like to memorize a whole page and say it without looking. And by the way, it just came up that it's not like I was waiting for that shoe. So I was like telling myself that I cannot memorize all this page now and say it from my mind. And he was telling me that you see your life, you see what you tell yourself. How can you speak so negatively about yourself? This is the moment for you to encourage yourself that no, you can do this, feel that you can memorize, feel that you can recite this without looking. And eventually, when I began to speak affirmative words to myself, at the end I did it. So reframe your failure, reframe that negative situation you are facing. Instead of thinking that it's a failure, think that it's a step to growth, it's a step to success, it's a step for you to learn one new thing in your life. Okay, the next thing that you can do to overcome fear of failure is take small steps, take measurable steps, take actionable steps that you can do it one step at a time. Take decisions or tasks or goals that you can do it one step at a time. Don't take a whole project and you want to accomplish from level 1 to level 10 the same day or the same month. No, things don't work like that. Okay, again I say, don't put pressure on yourself. You are a human being. You are a human being, you are not a robot. So don't put a lot of stress and tension and pressure on yourself. Guys, please love yourself. If you love yourself, you will not put yourself on that stress that you are doing. The next thing you can do to overcome fear of failure is for you to embrace your imperfection. Earlier I said that nobody is perfect. Embrace your imperfection. Understand that perfection is unattainable and mistakes are natural. Like, can you just lay this foundation in your life? Can you just put this as a foundation that cannot be shaken? Like Winifred will say again that there are some things in our life we're supposed to lay it as the wall of Jericho that cannot be shaken. Like, embrace your imperfection, embrace those your down moments, embrace your failures, embrace those stacks or those goals that you see it to be so difficult to attain. Just embrace it and tell yourself that perfection cannot be attained, but mistakes are natural and can be corrected. Next thing you can do to overcome fear of failure is surround yourself with support. Surround yourself with support. Get help from people. If you are in need of help, if you, like in another video I was saying that there are some goals that you know you cannot achieve by yourself, right? Like sponsoring your education. You cannot sponsor your education by yourself when you are still in primary school or secondary school or even high school, or even some people at the university level. You cannot sponsor your education by yourself. So ask for help from people. Don't overcrowd yourself with things that you know you cannot handle. Ask help from people. Share your fears with trusted friends. If you know that you need someone to encourage you, you need someone to help you physically, spiritually, morally, emotionally, ask someone to help you. That is why we emphasize on the fact that you should surround yourself with positive people. Because if you are in a down moment and you need help and you are surrounded by negative people, which type of help are you going to receive? Like, no, tell me. If you are surrounded by negative people, which type of help are you going to receive? Obviously, a negative help that is definitely going to suppress, that is definitely going to destroy you, that is definitely going to give you no reason to exist. And I think that is why these people that usually commit suicide, they do, because when they are facing those depression moments, they don't have people in their surrounding that can really hold them down and tell them that it's not the end of life. Like, girl, what are you doing? If everybody was committing suicide because they had failed one aspect of their life, like the number of people that would have been existing on this earth would have been countable. Please, guys, please, let's not do that. Failure is not the end of life, okay? Surround yourself with positive people, mentors, people that you can be accountable to, because their encouragement can help you move forward despite the failure, despite that challenge, despite that depression. Their encouragement, their words of encouragement, their support can help you to work to have a better perspective of life. Okay, please don't surround yourself. Just check in your surrounding. If you think or you know that you are not surrounded by the best type of people, please seek into it and pinpoint those people and just let them go. And surround yourself with people that can encourage you. Surround yourself with accountable people, with people that you can be accountable to them, people that you can be honest and vulnerable to them. Okay, next thing is reflect and adjust. After a setback, ask yourself, what went wrong? What did I do that was not good? What was I supposed to do and I did not do it? Again, I say we should be flexible when we are setting our goals, because it's not every time that you want something and that thing will please you. The fact that it does not please you does not mean that you cannot reframe, or you cannot reflect, or you cannot adjust that process of your life. You can adjust if it was that everybody in this life had just one chance of education, like we would have had many illiterate people in this world. But because the world is yours, you can explore it. Education is yours. You can go as deep in education as you want, no matter what you want to do. The world is yours. The world is at your disposal. Explore it. Go into the depth of what you want to do. Okay? So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. If you have written an exam and you fail that exam, there is another year for you to write that exam. It's not like, I think it's when you start getting into the university that they'll start telling you that when you write an exam more than 2 times and you fail, then they'll have to suspend you. But at the secondary and primary level, I think you have all the time. There's no pressure. There's no pressure in life. Don't put pressure on yourself. Now, how can you use failure as motivation? Always visualize your long-term goals and remind yourself why you started that goal, why you even wrote that goal. Always have a routine, because when you look at your future, there are some of my goals that when I look at the future picture, like I tell myself that nothing can ever discourage me on not doing this project, because the future picture is so great, so big, so encouraging, so motivating. So visualize your long-term goals by asking yourself why you first of all started doing what you are doing. Keep your journal to track. Use your journal. Write down your goals. Write down those things that you want to learn, or those things you want to improve on. Write them down. So a lot has been said, and we are rapidly going to the end of this video, but let me tell you one more thing. In fact, let me summarize everything we have been saying so far. Everything I've been saying so far, firstly, is that failure is not the end of the world, right? It's just part of your growing journey. And if you don't fail, then you should have a question mark on your life if you are eventually going to grow, or if you are eventually going to succeed. The second thing is that you have to learn to embrace your failure. You have to embrace your failure, because failure makes you stronger, it makes you wiser, and makes you more determined. Again, failure makes you more wiser, more stronger, and more determined. Just embrace your failures. And the last emotional or the last motivational quote for this video today is, every failure in you brings you closer to your dream. So closer. That is why you should not be discouraged, because you don't know the step that will open the door for your dream to come into reality. Hey, Hilda, you are talking. Like, you don't know. So don't give up at any point in time, because you don't know which door will be your final destination to your dreams. Okay? Every failure brings you one step closer to your dreams, don't fear it, embrace it, learn it, and keep moving forward. Don't fear it, embrace it, learn it, and keep moving forward. Voila, we have come to the end of this video. If you found this video interesting, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it to everyone in your surrounding. Like, share this video massively, because this is a video that someone would have been waiting to just listen to and to pick up where the person stopped. Okay, we have come to the end of this video. It's like, come your way, keep loving, keep believing with Christ. We can do all things. I love you so much. Please share this video to everyone you encounter this day. Okay, I love you.